How's it going, guys? Bring your platoon here, and welcome back to another World of Tanks Xbox One Edition game post update 6.0. Yeah, new gameplay. I know, it's great. Uh, so I'm just gonna go off first by saying I tried PC. If those of you who haven't seen the post that I posted, I guess. I went to PC. I battled 100 games, or I played 100 games. I spent a few hundred, no, $150 on the game, getting some silver, some gold, some premium tanks, all the good stuff. I quickly realized that it was very different from console. Tried to get used to it. The crew training takes an abhorrent amount of time, and every crew you have is tied to what type of tank they're in, as well as what nationality they're in. Obviously, I'm used to that. But every time, like in console, okay, think of old console. You had a premium tank that you wanted to train a crew on. You would put a standard tech tree vehicle's crew into a premium tank to train it up faster. Okay, you following? Great. So you play a few games in the premium tank. You train them up to 100% or train a few skills on it, whatever. You switch it back to that very same standard tech tree tank for free, right? Because you can. Nothing pops up about silver or gold. It just gets transferred. In PC, every time you switch a crew, doesn't matter if it just came from that tech tree vehicle and you trained it to 100% on the premium vehicle that you're using to crew train it with, you have to pay silver or gold every time you switch a crew from a tank to another tank. Doesn't matter if it's the tank of the same type, doesn't matter if it's the same nationality. It just doesn't matter. You can't use crew books, which you can buy for 2 million silver a piece, or is it 2.5 million silver? Doesn't matter. You get a shit ton of XP, but you can't even use it on the crew if their major qualification for that type of tank that they're in is not at 100%. For all of them. It doesn't make sense. So you can use a crew book if they're at 100% for the skills that they already have, and that will, up their efficiency and all those skills and bring them from like 10% to 80%. But it won't be able to be applied unless they're fully trained or qualified on that vehicle. It's ridiculous. So if I went from a tier 5 premium heavy to a standard tech tree heavy on the American line, I guess it doesn't matter what line it is for relevance sake, but yeah, you'd have to pay silver to redo that, or to put that crew in that standard tech tree heavy. It's so stupid. It's dumb. I don't like it, and it's slow as shit. I've probably played like 25 games in my M5 Sherman, or M5 Sherman, Jesus Christ, M4 Sherman, the tier 5, and they're all stuck at like 93% trained, and I can't get damage, I can't control my vehicle the way I want to. Keyboard and mouse, like, yes, the mouse feels perfectly fine to me, but the keyboard controls, not so great. I put on premium consumables because if your track gets damaged or busted off, if you have a small repair kit, you have to hit like the 4 key and then hit another number key just for it to activate. It depends what module is damaged, and based off what module is damaged, you have to hit the 4 key still, but then hit a random number depending on what module is damaged. It's weird. I don't like it. It saves time to have the premium consumables, and it's just dumb. I don't know. It's probably the same on console, but at least you can press like a button and it's not so spaced out. I don't know. I'm sure I'll have a lot of people saying, PC's controls is easy to get used to. Yeah, great, you're a PC gamer, fantastic. I'm not. The only game that I've ever completed on PC is Doom 3. And that was a first-person shooter. Hilarious, but a very good game. Anyway, new gameplay. I started playing this game again like 2 days ago. Had a ball with it. I'm getting used to like the ugliness of the display on my screen constantly. When you look at an enemy tank, I don't know if quote-unquote Eagle Eye is always active. Like, I just shot at a tank there. You can see the HP in the top left, as well as me staring at it. Like, the tank I'm already staring at has a health bar. I don't need one in the top left corner of my screen. I wish there was a way to disable that, and maybe that's something that they'll implement soon. I don't know. But I'm assuming you can see the modules you damage from the top left screen, but again, I don't know if that's something that's a permanent Eagle Eye perk addition or what. I haven't been playing this for very long, but yeah, I'm getting used to where everything is. Searching for the right commander per... Oh yeah, that's another thing. It only takes 9,000 silver to move whatever crew you want into whatever nationality tank that you want to put that crew in. Super convenient. It's weird, but I now have like 55 tanks in my garage as well as 55 crews, so it's fine. Very convenient that. Also, little tidbit of information here, this is not going to be the game that I 3-mark this vehicle in. The game that I'm not going to show you is the one I 3-mark it in, but this is a very good game showing exactly what you can do with this tank when you properly use it, and there's so much new players in this game that it's very easy, even in high tiers, to quote-unquote seal club them with your prior knowledge of the game. I'm a veteran of this game. I've been playing it for 6 to 7 years. Maybe even longer than that. I don't even know. But that sounds right. I have the 6-year anniversary thing that keeps popping up every few games, so yeah, it's been at least 6 years that I've been playing this game prior to this moment. But yeah, even if you get past the ugliness of the game, like watch this. This is clearly still an issue. I'm auto-locking. Somehow it doesn't hit the tank despite my cursor being the size of his tank. Or smaller than that, actually. But you can make any tank you want now as accurate as it needs to be. And whatever perks and skills you put on the tank, you can now see... Except for aim time, which is fucking stupid. Why doesn't that pop up as one of the info things you can see about your tank? But anyway, you can see how accurate your tank becomes with the added crew skills, etc. that you put on the tank. And I think that's cool. Instead of just like bars, which was, you know, back in the day, back in the 360 days, all there was like green bars going from small to big depending on how efficient the tank was in that specific role. And all I had was pictures. It didn't have even words corresponding to what they meant. And I just want to get away here because I don't want that already to fucking charge me or me to take on that mouse alone. So I'm surprised that SU-130 PM in C1, or at least he was in C1, he just fucking died. Didn't turn around and wallop me. He was probably too busy with that tank destroyer. Or he was just cowering because he was, you know, a coward. But yes, I used bushes. I used a little bit of premium here. I don't have a premium account right now. I don't have the season pass, or whatever the fuck it is. But, yeah, I could very easily get back into this. I just won't play it nearly as much as I did in the past. That's probably a lie. If I get enough motivation and the game doesn't constantly crash on me, I'll probably play it just as much as I did before. But would I condone anyone playing this game now to versus what it was? No. No. That was a bad shot by me. But it's very different. It's very ugly. It takes time to get used to. I still don't like it, but I like that I can play all the tanks that I've earned over the many years that I played this game for. And you can't do that for PC. You can't just transfer your progress from console to PC, because they're two completely different games, even though they're really not. And yeah, console has a few tanks that PC doesn't, but I'm sure it wouldn't be unplausible to move your... God damn it. To move your progress over to a different platform. I really wish I could use a controller with PC as well, to have some sort of configuration or mod to do that. But yep, here's the 3-marked M26 Pershing, Tier 8 American Tier 8 Tier 8 Premium American Medium Tank. There you go. What? Did I say premium? That's not a premium tank! Standard Tech Tree Tank. Tier 8 Medium Tank. American line. Blah, blah. Here's the equipment I used to achieve this wonderful achievement, I guess? Enhanced target info is now mandatory on any tank that you drive, because that's the only way you're going to be able to see tanks through bushes, because it only outlines them if you have that piece of equipment on it. It's stupid, and I disagree with it, but yeah, mandatory, I would say. And then here's all the skills that I used. The whole 9 that you can have now, which is ridiculous, but it's whatever. Something you have to deal with playing this game, if you're even willing to play it anymore. But yeah, that's me 3-marking the M26 Pershing. I'm kind of getting back into it now, despite all the bitching I did. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.